Today we're going to take you on a virtual walkthrough through all of the different neighborhoods outside of Vernon City, outside of the municipality of Coldstream. We're going to look at those in the regional district of North Okanagan, and we're starting now. I'm Lisa Salt with RE/MAX Vernon Salt Fowler, and often it's difficult for new home buyers to really understand the whole North Okanagan and all its different areas. In previous videos, we looked at the sub-areas of Vernon, we looked at the sub-areas of Coldstream, and today we're going to look at the balance of the sub-areas that make up Greater Vernon, but are technically within the regional district and not in Vernon and not in Coldstream. Before we do, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're posting new videos like this every week. And on this channel, we give you the straight goods on Vernon and the North Okanagan, the ultimate Four Seasons paradise. Whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days or just curious about the area that we call home, be sure to call, text, or email us and just add salt. So let's continue on and have a look at all the balance of the sub-areas that comprise the North Okanagan. We're going to look at the sub-areas that aren't technically within the city of Vernon, but in fact are within the North Okanagan Regional District. They are within what we refer to as Greater Vernon. So those areas today are South BX, North BX, Silver Star, Swan Lake West, Okanagan North, and the Commonage. Now we're going to start with North and South BX. You can see quite a large area, and the only exception being the foothills, which is technically part of the city of Vernon. They dragged all the water and sewer lines up Silver Star Road and ended up there at the foothills. As you can see, it's a very large area, lots of land, and you don't have any city services or anything like that. You're going to be working with either irrigation district water, you're going to be working with wells, you're going to have a septic system. All in all, a more rural atmosphere. Goes from smaller lots, say quarter acre, all the way up to huge acreages. In the North BX in particular, there are a ton of 5-acre parcels. So if you're looking for like a hobby farm, this is a great place to go. This map will give us a little bit more detailed perspective of BX. Here we have East Hill. As you come out off of East Hill up, say 39th, you could come up Pottery Road. You could even come to the end of 43rd here, or the other way is to come up BX Road and around. Any one of those ways. This area right here is what we refer to as South BX. North BX is more north. South BX is, as you can see, there's you don't see any subdivision roads. There's just a few main roads, I guess you'd call it, but they're not really that main. They end up, this ends up a portion up the mountain. You get some beautiful views down here and over here of the valley. And this is all pretty flat in through here. You still have access, of course, off of Mutry Road. You have access to the BX Dog Park and, of course, down into BX Park as well. So again, here you're going to find a mixture of older and newer homes, smaller and larger acreages, and not on city services. Now moving up to the North BX, you can also access North BX via Silver Star Road, and then you can come up here by BX School, and you can access all these properties in through here, up Hartnell, etc. There's a few amenities up here. There's the BX Cidery, which is a huge drawing card. That's a lot of fun. But again, you're mainly small acreages or quarter-acre parcels, third-of-acre parcels, up to 5 acres and larger. BX also continues out LNA Road. It continues out this way. It continues out Pleasant Valley Road, up to Harry and Reimer and etc. All this area here is considered BX. You have some nice views over Swan Lake and the valley, and over the city this way as well. The one thing that you'll find in the BX is you'll find a little tiny mobile home right next to a 7,000 square foot mansion. It is one of the areas that you can find mobile homes on their own land. So you can get a nice piece of land, maybe a quarter acre, with a modular mobile home on it. Then as we continue up Silver Star Road, we go by the Silver Star foothills. This is, again, part of the city of Vernon. You find BX Falls and Trail, very, very popular. And then you just continue up here towards Silver Star Resort. And I'm going to switch to another map that shows this a little bit better. So here we are again. We saw Kettleston on the last map. I swear that's spelled incorrectly. I'm sure Kettleston has two D's. Anyways, you continue up this direction and you're going to eventually, there's a switchback, big switchback there, and you're going to end up at Silver Star Resort. So this area all in through here is Silver Star, plus of course up here at the resort. Around here you're going to find acreages, privacy acreages, a lot of 2.5 acre parcels, 5 acre parcels. You have some nice bed and breakfasts, a lot of them with really beautiful views down to the city, some down to the lakes. Some of them are so heavily treed that you can't see either, but they're for privacy. You're going to get more snow up here than in the rest of Vernon, just like you do in the Silver Star foothills down here. You get just a little bit more snow down there because of the elevation change. As you get up this direction, the elevation changes quite significantly. One of the things you want to make sure that you test up here is the water. Sometimes there's not very much. And then as you come up Silver Star Road, eventually you're of course going to get up to Silver Star Mountain Resort. You can see all the runs in through here, all over here. The main spots for housing are around the knoll in through here. Some of the older chalets and cabins are in this general area. And then the newer area, through here, Cathedral Drive, Purcell Drive, etc. There's some beautiful homes up there as well. The fun part about Silver Star, of course, is the little village up there, the multicolored houses. You can get some duplexes, you can get some apartments, you can get some chalets, some older chalets, some smaller apartment units. There's lots of options up at Silver Star, and of course it's a world-class ski resort. Now let's head over to Swan Lake West. So as you can imagine, Swan Lake West area runs around Swan Lake, and it's mainly on this side of Swan Lake over here, which is out Old Kamloops Road. If you continued on Old Kamloops Road, followed it around and went past O'Keefe Ranch, you would eventually, if you kept going, you would get to Falkland and Kamloops. If you kept going and turned left here at the Okanagan Indian Band land, then you would eventually get to West Side, which we're going to explore next. So along Old Kamloops Road, there's a number of developments. Many of them, especially on, this side of the lake and the top side, you're going to find some acreages, some larger acreages. And then there's a few subdivisions. You're going to find Blue Jay subdivision a little bit farther out. As you get out in this direction, you're going to find Stepping Stone Estates. Beautiful views here over Swan Lake. And actually, as you come around this side, you get views over Okanagan Lake as well. And of course, through the valley on both sides. There are properties for sale all along Swan Lake here. It's a little bit different experience than what you would expect when you buy on Okanagan or Kalamalka Lake. There's less things to do on Swan Lake. Although there's less things to do on Swan Lake, they're just a little bit different. It's more about the wildlife. It's because it's a stagnant lake, you don't find, you do find water skiers. They stick to the middle of the lake. You find dragon boaters. And all along this side, this end of the lake, it's all a whole big wildlife bird preserve. So if you want to do some bird watching, it's beautiful for that. It's also less congested. Now, as you come around past O'Keefe Ranch, you've got Spell Machine Golf Course here. Nice golf course, clubhouse, 18 holes, regulation golf course. Actually, Stepping Stones here has really nice views over the golf course as well. And as you come around here, you're going to find Desert Cove Development. It's on native land, but it is a crown lease. Very popular adult-oriented development. And then up here, I believe it's right in there, you'll find Lawrence Heights. Very nice modular home park. And then after here, you're going to head down to the west side. Now, as we come through Swan Lake, we're going to enter into Okanagan North. We're going to switch to this map because the other map isn't very detailed, but you would come up around the head of Okanagan Lake here, and then Okanagan North is down this area, ends about here. Now this is all Okanagan Indian Band land in through here. And so you'll come to some places like here, which is Parker Cove. You can buy land there with a crown lease. Or if you come right past here, you're going to actually come into West Shore Estates, and a little bit farther down, you'll come into Killiney Beach. Both freehold land. You can get a little bit, a little bit larger lots, maybe quarter acre, a little more, that sort of thing. Nice lake views in both areas. Killiney, you have access to the beach down here. Killiney was one of the areas affected by the fire this summer, unfortunately. The interesting part about this area is technically we have, if you look up properties in Okanagan North, sub-area of Vernon, you'll find West Shores. And Killiney Beach, your address is Vernon. However, technically you pay taxes to the central Okanagan, not to the North Okanagan. So you're kind of in a little bit of no man's land here. It's much more rural. You don't have weekly garbage pickup or anything like that. However, really nice, tight-knit communities. And our last area, we're going to kind of go as the crow flies, and we're going to go across the lake and up to the Commonage. We just came over the lake from here. Commonage, so here we have Sparkling Hill, we have Predator Ridge Resort, and then Commonage, you're going to have a few places in through here that are technically in the regional district and not within the city of Vernon. Got some nice acreages, some really beautiful acreages that you can buy up here on Commonage Road or on Bench Row. Nice views over the lake, over the valley and the city. And then you're not really all that far into downtown Vernon. And those are the sub-areas that make up the balance of the North Okanagan. If you click on the link up below or contact us, we'll send you all the details on properties all over the North Okanagan. And we'll give you more information on pricing, property details, photos, everything just like we get as a realtor. We're happy to help. If you're looking to move, whether it's be in 9 days or 90 days or just curious about the area we call home, be sure to call, text, or email us and just add salt. Just